There are different types of gas fireplaces out there. In this video, we are going to go over parts of a typical standing pilot fireplace. Not every fireplace has all the same parts, and not every fireplace will have the parts shown here. First of all, to identify which fireplace you have, a good place to look is the rating plate. The rating plate is located at the bottom of the fireplace usually. It's usually a sticker along the bottom, or it's a sticker on a metal plate attached by a cable. So if you find that, you'll be able to find the manufacturer's name, the model of the fireplace, the serial number of the fireplace, and some other information about the gas input of the fireplace. The 6 main parts we will show you will be the following. The gas valve, which is the heart of the fireplace. The gas comes into the gas valve, the gas goes out to the burner and the pilot light, and all the control is done through the gas valve. Not everyone's gas valve will look like this. There are different brands of gas valves. The Piezo Sparker. Most fireplaces have a sparker. It's to spark the pilot light. The on-off switch. Not every fireplace will have an on-off switch. Some fireplaces are operated from a light switch located on the wall. It's the blower speed control. If the fireplace has a fan, it most likely will have a blower speed control, which controls the speed of the fan, or can turn the fan all the way off. The other part will be a high limit switch or a vent safety switch. It's typically located at the top portion above the glass area of the fireplace. In this case, it's in the middle. In other cases, it can be on the left or the right. Some fireplaces do not have these as well. The other part is the pilot assembly. The pilot assembly is typically located a little bit hidden behind the logs, and it's the part that has a small flame and your thermocouple and thermopile. In this case, it's located here behind the logs. These are some of the standard standing pilot gas valves that you will see out there. They all look a little bit different, but most of them have the same functions. You're going to notice that all of them are going to have a knob that you light the pilot with, and they're all going to have screw terminals that you put your controls to. Some of them have places to put a thermocouple, and some of them don't. Some of them will have a knob that adjusts the flame high and low, and some of them don't. The types that are shown here are the sit valve, which is very common, very popular. This is the Robert Shaw or Dexin or Wright valve style, which is also very common. This is a old Honeywell style you see once in a while. This is a newer Honeywell style. Something to note about this valve is it's not available anymore, and we can't get it anymore. This is a very old ITT valve. You might see it once in a while. But these are just some of the basic valves that you'll see. They generally have the same characteristics. They are just different shapes and sizes. These are Piezo Sparkers or Sparkers. This is the most common one. It's just like one you'll find on your barbecue, where you just push a button and it creates a spark. That's how your pilot light is lit on some fireplaces. The standard barbecue style has a turn ring that will close it down and hook onto a flange. This is going to be your most common and is pretty universal. You'll also notice, check the back. This is for a round connection. So make sure that your wire is a round wire. This is commonly used in fireplaces as well. This is made by SIT, and it's a SIT piezo. You'll notice that it doesn't have a flange on it. The nut is on the back and locks into a flange more towards the back. It's round as well. So with these units, they'll hook into a piezo wire like this, and they'll go together, and that will create your spark for lighting your pilot light. These are standard on-off switches for fireplaces. Most fireplaces have an on-off switch of some type. These will are either located underneath the fireplace or on the back plate of the fireplace. Some fireplaces don't have any at all. Instead, they'll have a switch on the wall that just looks like your light switch. So these will have terminals on the back that you put the wires to. Some switches will have 3 terminals on the back. These ones just have 2. If you look, you'll also notice that there is different sizes of switches. So keep that in mind when looking for replacement. You can see the bodies are completely different sizes on these, and the widths are different sizes as well. This is a fan speed control for a fireplace blower. It's also called a rheostat. It's basically a dimmer that lowers the speed of a fan. It's going to have high, low, and a click to go all the way to off. It's going to have 2 wires coming off. As well, it'll have a nut that keeps it on the flange. These are pretty universal and fit into most fireplaces. Another thing to note, there is another small adjustment located on the side of these units that is a secondary speed control to adjust as well. This is a limit switch. It's a temperature switch that is used to cut off a fireplace when it reaches a set amount of temperature. It's used as a safety switch. It's going to have 2 terminals coming off of it and 2 screw holes. These do come in a couple different sizes, but what's most important on them is the temperature. The temperature is usually listed somewhere on the limit switch, so you just have to look. It's either written on the side or on the top. Pilot assemblies have many different shapes and sizes and variations, so it's important to know which one you have in order to find the correct one. Here's an example of a few. The bottom 2 have a thermopile, a thermocouple, a sparker, and a pilot hood each. This is an example of a pilot assembly with only a thermopile and a sparker, but no thermocouple. This unit has a thermocouple, but no thermopile or sparker. So it will vary depending on the fireplace you have. Pilot assemblies do all serve the same purpose, which is to rectify the flame to make sure that it's there so that gas doesn't flow without it being lit, and to light the burner. One thing to make sure is that you find the right pilot assembly for your fireplace. For example, these 2 pilot assemblies have the same parts. They both have thermopiles, they both have thermocouples, they both have sparkers, and they both have 3-way pilot hoods and are about the same size. But you'll notice that the mounting brackets are completely different. So this unit won't install where this unit is, and vice versa. So you will need to make sure you, when looking at your pilot assembly, you see the whole thing, including the bracket. The parts can also be purchased individually on a lot of these pilot assemblies. For example, you can just purchase the thermopile, and you can just purchase the thermocouples. One thing to make sure, though, is to know which one you have. Once again, these 3 things are all thermocouples, but they're all different thermocouples, so you will need to know which one you have.